Hello and welcome to another episode of the Mourning Reads. This time, well, I'm pretty sure as of, from last week, Nagoda is still grounded, so Ditto is taking his place.
Hey.
And today, we are reading Buzz Saves Obama by Bren Rome, the team-up that nobody expected. Buzz Lightyear meets the current president, Barack Obama. Read if you want to. I don't own... Okay, you kind of sound like a slave owner, but okay. This is for amusement purposes only. Please don't sue. Note, I do not own Toy Story or Obama. Jesus Christ, you don't need to say you don't own Obama. You can't own a person.
I'm pretty sure this man is the president of Disney.
Yeah, that makes sense with all the racism. Please don't sue. This idea just popped in my head after reading Ash from Army of Darkness Saves Obama. Again, this is just for amusement purposes only. Please don't sue.
Well, okay.
We should sue.
Alright, I guess I'll kick it off then. Toy Story, Buzz Saves Obama. It was a sunny day in Andy's neighborhood. People were busy playing around the block at the first annual Tri-Country Toy Festival. A big electronic sign was set opposite from Andy's house that was counting down time for a special guest arrival. Everyone was so busy checking out all the latest toys and gadgets that they didn't hear the sounds of a game playing from Andy's room, even though there was no one in there. "Oh, that's it, Rex!" Ham exclaimed quickly, mashing the buttons on Andy's Super Nintendo. "I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna...
Yeah!
Hooray!" Rex cheered as the game was over, and he was once again the champion. "I win again!" "That's because of your high spirits," Ham said to himself. Something wrong, Ham?" Buzz asked, lifting himself onto Andy's desk. "Nothing," Ham grunted. "Good," Buzz explained. That's such an excellent... gotcha. "Because Andy's coming for me tonight, and we're going to his dad's." "You sure?" Mr. Potato Head asked. "Because, I remember what happened with Woody that one time." "Ha ha! Ha ha!"
Oh my.
Woody laughed sarcastically as he carried an oversized newspaper over his head. "What's that, Woody?" Rex asked. "The big news," Woody explained, opening the paper, "of the big man." All the toys gathered around to see a black and white photo of a racially mixed man with big ears.
Jesus!
That's not suggestive at all. The headline read, "President Obama expected to promote Woody's Roundup revival." "It says here," Woody read, "that President Barack Obama is expected to approve a new toy company in the Tri-County area that will revive Woody's Roundup media. But it also says that he's expected to stop by right outside to meet with fans and make purchases for his daughters." "Ah," Buzz said before turning to Woody. "So, who is this Obama?" "Woody?" "What?" Woody was about to reprimand Buzz for not watching the 44th inauguration of Andy's laptop. Okay. When they heard a noise. "It's Andy," Woody said. "Hide, now!" Everyone took their hiding spots where they had been previously left before Andy thrust open the door. "Hey, Buzz," he said, taking Buzz off from where he had left him. "Ready to go to Dad's?"
Yes.
Andy pressed the red button on Buzz's chest to open his wings, but to his astonishment, only one wing came out. Andy gave a surprised look as he put the wing back in and tried again. Still, only one wing came out. "What?" Andy asked in confusion. Andy tried pressing the blue button, expecting everything to hopefully be fine, but all that came out was, "To infinity and beyond.
And no, I'm not gonna edit this. This is boring.
Just then, Andy's mom stepped into the room with a "why are you not in the car yet" look on her face. Andy, his mom said, "Come on, Molly's already in the car and I want to go before the president gets here and everyone goes nuts." "But Mom," Andy whined, "Buzz is broken and I want to take him to Dad's." "I'm sorry, honey," his mom explained, "but I told you toys don't last forever."
She knows from
Buzz fucking
experience.
died.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
She placed Buzz up on the shelf as Andy looked at the ground. His mom put one arm around his shoulder and they both left. Everyone else awoke to look at Buzz with astonishment. Outside. But outside, there's no need to say outside when you're gonna end it with, or start up with "but outside." I think
Is it outside?
Is it? I don't know. I think it might be outside of Andy's room, but still in the house. I'm just saying. But outside, something larger than what was going on outside of Andy's house than on the inside. That wasn't confusing at all. As Andy's car drove away, it passed a black limo pulling up to the curve. Instead, the current leader of the free world, and possibly the greatest man on this planet, was finishing something up in his limo. I feel like he's compensating for what he said earlier about him having large ears. I'm just saying. "So," he said to his attendant, "I'll give the speech and pick something up for the girls and get back here in an hour or two." "Okay, sir," the assistant said as his security door opened and he stepped out. "Then we'll get you back so we can make it to the toy factory and back to Air Force One." As Barack Obama stepped out of his limo, he was met with thousands of cameras trying to get a good shot of him. "There he is!" someone exclaimed. "Barack! Mr. President, over here! We love you, Obama!" Inside Andy's room, "Buzz!" Woody called. "What happened?" Buzz was trying to speak. "I don't know, Woody. I don't know." "Try using your jetpack again," Rex urged. Buzz pressed the jetpack button again, but only one wink went out once more. "Maybe I'm broke," Buzz thought out loud. "But where am I going to find a repair shop?" "Well," a booming voice said on the speakers from the outside. "Okay. Take care, kids. I'm going to be off. I'm off to get this toy factory open. So remember to stay in school and do well." That caught Buzz's attention, and he rushed over toward the window and jumped out of there. "Buzz!" Woody screamed, rushing over to the window.
I can't believe Buzz is fucking dead.
Woody watched as the old Lightyear luck kicked in, and Buzz landed in the bag being carried by Obama, unnoticed by anyone, even Obama. That's when Woody realized what Buzz was doing. "Oh," Woody said to himself, "I get it. Buzz will head down to the factory, Obama will notice him, fix him up, and send him back. That means he is the Democrat after all!" What? How hard can it... Woody's thoughts trailed off as he noticed something no one else had. Or actually, Woody saw someone he never thought he'd see again. "Prospector," Woody whispered. "Oh boy." Even from where he was standing, Woody could hear Prospector loud and clear. "So," Stinky Pete said out loud, waiting for the hitch ride presidential style, "they won't let me be chosen, hmm? Well, if I can't be the first daughter's favorite toy, no one can." With that, Prospector managed to climb into the back of the limo unnoticed by anyone. "Buzz!" Woody yelled out as the limo took off with the two unnoticed passengers. "What am I going to..." "Hey man," a voice called. "Can I get the directions to the new toy factory? I gotta drop these pizzas off by there." Turning to Woody, he saw that the voice was coming from the driver of the Pizza Planet truck. Bingo! Woody exclaimed, sliding down the water pipe. Woody! Everyone else called as Jessie got on Bullseye. Come on, Bullseye! Jessie exclaimed. Yeah! With that, she rode Bullseye onto Andy's Hot Wheel car, doing a loopy-loop and flying out the window. They bounced on the roof of an inflatable playpen and landed safely on the ground, unnoticed by anyone. Hiding, Bullseye and Jessie watched Woody get in on the passenger seat. What do you think he's doing? Jessie whispered as she and Bullseye got into the trunk. Jessie pulled herself up and assisted Bullseye as they both climbed through the back window. Once they were in the truck, Jessie went over to the back window to notice Woody placing the seatbelt over him to secure him in the seat. The driver, however, did not notice. Jessie sighed before the driver took off at lightning speed, sending Jessie flying back into a wall. As she regained conscious, she noticed that she was at the feet of somebody. At first, she was expected to see Bullseye, but looking up, if the toy's purple outfit and black and red cape didn't give any indication who this guy was, the big, lightning bolt Z on his chest certainly did. Why do they always have the toy that comes with the meal? Jessie asked.
Is she saying Zurg is a snack?
Oh! Alright.
Oh, that was long.
Who wants to take chapter 2?
I'll take
it. Oh.
Too late, Joe. I got
Damn it.
No, again, I do not own Toy Story or Obama. In short, I own nothing except for Spoiler Joe, the Comic-Con girl who is an original character created by me. Yeah, no shit. This is for fan purposes only. Please don't sue. Buzz saves Obama, Obama.
I'm pretty sure this person is Obama.
Spoilers.
Here it is! Rex said, stopping on the news channel. Tri-County area is pleased to bring you the Tri-County System News, the TV said. This is TCSN. The letters then flew over the screen while the background was replaced by a blonde woman with long hair at a table. Good evening, she said in a cheerful voice, and welcome to TCSN. I'm Stacy Berry. Today in political news, the Tri-County area was abuzz when Air Force One landed in the Tri-County airport today, with President Obama now to promote the opening of the new green energy toy factory. The president believes this will not only support more jobs, but also help the local economy get back on track. The president is expected to address this and more green energy initiatives when he arrives at the factory later this week. But his visit to Tri-County was for more than just this. Wasn't this, Robert?
Hang on. Green energy, is that not code for Avengers?
The screen then changed to a man in his late 20s sitting next to her. Oh, god damn it. It sure was, Stacy. This week in Tri-County, he was also the first annual toy convention, and the nation's first fanboy happened to stop by. Tracy Hayes has the story. Tracy? The story then changed to outside Andy's house, where thousands of kids were pushing behind a fence, with a middle-aged woman holding a microphone in front of them. Thanks, Robert, the woman said. I'm here in front of the first Tri-County Toy Con Festival, where just a few hours ago, President Obama dropped by to talk to kids and even make a purchase from goddamn liberals. She then looked off screen and jumped out of the way as a Pizza Planet truck zoomed past them. Sorry, dudes! The driver called. What just happened? Stacy asked. Inside the Pizza Planet truck. Oh, why did this have to happen? Jessie thought, staring at Buzz's archenemy. Why did I have to wake up this morning? First, Buzz breaks down, then he becomes a stowaway to the Abraham Lincoln of today. Then of our old friend Stinky Pete emerges, intent on destroying not only Cadet Lightyear, but the president as well. And finally, we've become stowaways. And now I'm here to fend off a Happy Meal toy who's not so happy at the moment.
B+ for exposition. Could have been better.
Tell me where Buzz Lightyear is now, female bitch! Zurg demanded, pointing his ion blaster at her. Never! Jesse said, kicking the gun out of his hands as it slid away. And it's not female, it's ma'am. Very well then, cow bitch! Zurg replied. We do this the old-fashioned way then, see as you dress rurally. Which is poor. With that, Zurg poked Jesse in the eyes. Oh, it got in my eye!
Oh my.
Jesse said, recovering. Wise guy, huh? With that, she poked Zurg in the eyes, but nothing happened. Oh! Jesse thought, I forgot Zurg doesn't have eyes. With that, Zurg punched her and recovered his ion blaster, pointing it at Jesse, just when he was about to have his way with her. Jesus Christ. However, Bullseye rushed up behind him and kicked him in the back, sending Zurg flying out the window. Out the car screaming. Jesse turned to Bullseye and smiled. Good job, boys, Bullseye! Jesse congratulates, stroking his mane. Bullseye gave a nod and wink. Meanwhile, Obama's limo finally reached the toy factory, and as the car parked in the unloading zone, Buzz was tossed in the back and hit in the ground on the chest, causing him to speak. To economy, he said in a malfunction voice. And Bin Laden. Oh? Obama asked as he heard the mysterious voice. Pulling out the bag, he was shocked to find a Buzz Lightyear action figure in there. How did this get in here? He asked, surprised. Obama looked at the figure's foot and saw the word Andy inscribed on the toy's boot in black ink. Sir? One of the agents asked. Oh my, Obama said. It must have fallen from one of the houses in the neighborhood, I guess. But no matter, I'll just have the boys here fix him up and find out who the owner is. Then I'll return him. Obama stepped out as was greeted by the owner of the factory. It was an old man with sideburns, but no hair on the top of his head, wearing glasses and a clean suit. President Obama, the man said. I didn't vote for you. I hated the inauguration. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Gary, Obama said, shaking his hand. I'm going to give a speech, but while I do that, can you do me a favor? No! Gary said, unaware of the prospector-looking toy getting out of the limo's truck behind him. What is it? I'm only asking because I know you're going to vote because of your, skin? Damn, dude, that's racist.
I thought it was because he was the president.
I found this in my bag, Obama said, handing him the Buzz toy and showing him the marking on the boot. He seems to be malfunctioning. Can you fix him up and call every child named Andy on West Carroll Street until you find the right one? I need to know. We have the toy by accident that will be returned as soon as possible. Sure thing, sir, Gary said, taking the Buzz toy as the two went their separate ways. Meanwhile, a few blocks away, the pizza plant truck finally stopped a few blocks away from the toy factory. Woody waited for the driver to enter the house fully before he unlocked the seatbelt and went to open the trunk window. Jesse! Bullseye! He called. He noticed a toolbox standing upright at the end of the truck. It lowered, revealing Jesse and Bullseye dazed, standing still before they fell into the box. Are you alright? Woody asked, helping them. Super duper, Jesse said in a hallucinated voice. Great, Woody said, unlocking the trunk and opening. Let's move. Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye jumped out of the trunk and onto the streets. Their new surroundings was the line of brownstones that went on and on. Now, Woody said, getting a feeling for the surroundings. We just need to find where Obama went. The question is, Woody? A new voice asked. Only to be met with a tiny girl dressed in a Woody rounded shirt with dark black hair tied into a pigtail. Born no sale, Jesus Christ. Oh no, Jessie said, rubbing her hands over her face. Not another one! Jesse personally hated fanboys and fangirls. Same here, sister. Same here. Why you ask? To Jesse, they were massive kids who really needed to get outdoors. Sure, she did not respect being a pop culture character, but when it came to fans, all she knew was that they pulled on their toys fighting over until all but one kid extremely hurt or worse. So, Jesse said uneasily, Joe, was it? Joe, the Comic-Con girl corrected. Right. Jesse said, anyway, you wouldn't happen to know who Barack Obama is, would you? Of course, I don't live under a rock. Joe said, I read all of his comics. I read Spider-Man Saves Obama, Captain America Saves Obama. That reminded me, I just got his limo pass. Or I just saw his limo pass by a few hours ago. You saw his car? Woody interrupted, surprised. Do you know where it went? Uh-huh. I could take you there, in fact. You can? Sure. Star Command similar to the one Andy had made for his playtime with Buzz and Woody and Buzz. Just wait right there. Fucking Christ, how much more is there? Jesse, Woody, and Buzz, I waited there for about a minute or so until the box opened, and a silver 80s sports car pulled out. As it parked in front of them, the trio noticed that it had two rectangles with flat silver ones attached to the rear, and inside the dashboard with the current date and time up on it, along with a keyboard in front. Joe opened the right door of the car, which opened upwards like a spaceship, rather than just turning around the side, and stepped out and looked at them. Well, she said, what are you waiting for? As I always said, save the Space Ranger, save the world. Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye easily piled up inside of Joe as she took off at lightning speed to the Tri-County Toy Factory. Meanwhile, Mr. Gary smiled, pronounced at the modifications made to the Buzz Lightyear toy with a phone at his ear. Not only had he managed to fix the voice box, but he cleaned up the toy, making it brand new. He was now currently calling every Andy in the neighborhood Obama had been in, and was now on the last Andy on the block. Finally, someone picked up on the line. Hello? A woman asked. Yes, hello? Gary answered. Who is this? Oh, wait. Who is this? This is Stephanie Cooper, the housekeeper. The woman said, who's this? Miss Cooper? Gary explained, I'm Mr. Gary at the brand new toy. Oh, Miss Gary, brand new. By any chance, does one of the residents of the house you're looking for after having to be Andy? Yes, she answered. Did he by any chance have a Buzz Lightyear action figure around 1995? Jesus, how old is this kid? Yes, Cooper had answered. Alright, Gary explained. Listen carefully, just tell the mom there's a mix-up that will be sending the Buzz Lightyear toy back to her 25-year-old son as soon as possible. Okay. Alright, she said. I'll let her know that. Okay. Gary said, fuck. Good day, Miss Cooper. With that, he hung up and took the Buzz Lightyear toy to be put in the storage until further notice. He opened a strange room and placed Buzz in there. As he left, Buzz woke feeling refreshed. He hadn't felt this good since Sid's toys fixed him. Although Buzz still acknowledged the mutated toys, Buzz hadn't felt so alive since the day he had first arrived in Andy's room, thinking he was a space ranger. Buzz? A voice asked. Buzz spun around and was shocked with happiness. Walking towards him were toys, figures of the cast of the Buzz Lightyear animated series that captured the adventures of his Space Ranger self that Andy watched every Saturday morning. Standing in front of him was the toy versions of Mira Nova, the solid-faced alien Buzz love interest on the show, Booster, the giant red alien who served as Buzz's own Rex on the show, and XR, the crazy robot who served as the comic relief by saying racist stuff. Great, Buzz said happily. Now I get to spend the afternoon with some familiar toys before I get sent out. Can anything go wrong? Meanwhile, Prospector said, watching Buzz on the security camera as he began planting dynamite on the ground. Yes, they can, spaceman. Yes, they can.
So I have to ask, is this set after Toy Story 3?
Well, isn't Andy still a kid?
Yeah.
But no, here's the thing. There's
Well,
don't all the Toy Story movies correspond in the year that they're made? So Andy would have to be an adult by now.
Yes, he would.
yeah.
Because Obama was elected in 2008.
Yes.
That's 13, at least 13 years after the first Toy Story.
Yes. So how
But-
is he still a kid, even though this is like... What?
And if he is an adult, why would he bring Buzz to his dad's house?
Well, he's being treated like a kid.
Yeah.
Like, this is Kid Andy. That's a lot. Like, is he just a man-child in this AU? That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Maybe Andy never ages.
He's like Bart Simpson.
Oh my goodness. Alright,
Joe, you want to go?
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Chapter 3. Hey, sorry for not posting this next chapter sooner. I've been busy and all. Anyway, 2 things. After seeing Toy Story 3, I think I could say the story is now officially AU. Holy shit. I thought it was canon. Since I don't know the timeline there that well. Also, you won't hear from me for a while since I'll be attending a program. So you'll have to wait a bit for the next chapter. Other than that, this is for fan amusement only. Don't sue Obama and enjoy. Obama was readying himself in his hotel room when there was a knock at the door. Come in, he said. The door opened and a young woman entered. You wanted to see me, sir? The woman said. Yes, Vicky, Obama said, handing her some toys. Since I'm about to give my address in front of the toys factory, could you please review the toys I brought for my daughters? I just want to make sure they're acceptable for little girls. I mean, I'm sure they're harmless, but I don't want any surprises. Meanwhile, at the factory, Buzz was simply impressed. The recent tune-up to his repairs made him feel as if he were actually the television character he was made after. Buzz felt as if he had enough energy in him now that he might actually be able to fly. Of course, he remembered the last time he did, and did not want to get caught in girls' clothes again. That's what happened, the Mira toy explained, finishing her tale. Apparently, Buzz learned that the owner of these Buzz toys had been on a school trip to the factory, and in the confusion misplaced her toys in the factory, leaving without them. Look, Buzz said. I know what happened must be sad, believe me. I went through the same thing, but I don't think your owner would ever forget about you. I mean, I bet my owner is worried about me right now. You have an owner? XR asked, curious. Yeah, Buzz answered, and he's probably calling to get me right now, if not sooner. If you want, I could try and take you home with me. You do that? The booster toy asked, squeezing Buzz with a bear hug. Yeah, Buzz wheezed. I'll try. Meanwhile, Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye were following Joe, the Comic-Con girl, as quietly as possible. Apparently, they were close to the factory, according to her. and insisted that they go on stealth mode for the remainder of the journey. As they ducked behind a door, Jessie suddenly noticed that Joe had a big circular bump on her back. "Hey Joe," Jessie asked, "what's the bump from?" "Oh," Joe said, looking at Mark, "it comes from my greatest enemy, Gruz." "Gruz?" "Gruz?" Woody asked, confused. "Gruz," Joe said, "one of the most evil, despicable toys ever to hit the shelves. I encountered him once, and he gave me this." "Oh, how bad can a guy who calls himself Gruz be?" Jessie asked. "Maybe like this," a familiar voice asked. The toy spun around to see Zurg standing on top of a cardboard box. "Gruz! It's Zurg, you numbskull!" Jessie exclaimed, slapping her on the back of the head. "Exactly," Zurg said, "and this time, I'm not alone." The box burst open and a herd of toy celebrities popped out from there. "What now?" "Wow," Woody said. "What do you think?" The good toys then rushed into battle against the toy celebrities. Back in the toy factory. "Sir?" Vicky asked, stepping into the room where Obama was. "Yes, Vicky?" Obama asked. "We have a situation," she said, picking up his cell phone that he had given her and pressing the messages. "Hello?" a woman asked. "Is this the president?" "No," Vicky's voice answered from the phone. "This is his assistant." "Well," the female voice said, "I'd like to report a threat to the president." "A threat?" Vicky asked. "Of what kind?" The woman stuttered. "Tell him he can't open the toys he brought." "I'm sorry?" Vicky asked. "Just tell him not to open the toys," the woman demanded before hanging up. Obama and Vicky stood there in silence before Vicky spoke again. "Didn't you buy some toys at Tri-County?" she asked. "Yes," Obama said, "but they were already scanned for toxins, anthrax. I read the reports." "Maybe we should have another look at them," Vicky suggested. "Maybe," Obama said, rubbing his chin. He couldn't help but feel somewhere in the back of his head that something bad was going to happen. Meanwhile, in another section of the factory, Buzz was sitting next to Mira, XR, and Booster when he heard something. Wait. "Ladies and gentlemen," a voice said on the intercom, "due to an unexpected message, the president has issued a lockdown of the entire building. However, he will be proceeding to give the speech he planned. That is all." "Okay," XR said. "I don't like where this is going." "Neither do I," Buzz began, but was cut off when something hit him in the back of the head, knocking him unconscious. Later, "Woody? Andy?" Buzz said, waking up, then tried to bolt forward. "Jessie!" "Sorry," Prospector laughed as Buzz tried to lunge but couldn't. "She's not here right now. She's probably doing what her kind do. Give up and run away." "That's sexist." "Ha, never gets old." Buzz then realized that he, Mira, Booster, and XR were tied to a slab next each of them unable to break free. They were all in a security room in front of cameras of the factory. "You've bitten off more than you can chew this time, Prospector," Buzz announced. My friends might have already called Obala by now." "Oh, that's good," Prospector laughed. "First off, it's Obama. Second, what are they gonna say? 'Mr. President, don't open the toys you got, they're evil and alive'? That'll turn out well. Besides, not only do I have one of your kind taking care of your friends, I got a man already on the inside." Meanwhile, not too far from the factory, Jessie was getting trounced by the toy celebrities. Her friends weren't doing that good either. "Maybe I should give up," she thought. Then a realization just hit her. No, giving up would mean that Sid Phillip kid Buzz told me about would laugh and dance on me and turn us into some hideous deformed toy. I am not going to let that happen. Using all her strength, she knocked the toys off her, sending them flying to the ground. Woody, Bullseye, and Joe saw this, and their morale boosted as well. Also, why did they just use John? "Alrighty," Jessie said, taking a whip from one of the bad toys. "As a famous man once said, shall we dance?" With that, the toys continued fighting the other toy celebrities. Meanwhile, Zurg tried to escape quietly, but was picked up by something and thrown around everywhere. With that, Bullseye threw Zurg off his back, and he hit a wall, shutting down. As soon as he did, the other toys fell as well, save for the good ones. "Just like that? Guess he was like the server to the main link," Joe said. "Just like Incredibles number 141. Where?" "No time for that now, Joe," Woody announced. "We have to get Buzz now." "Wait!" Joe exclaimed. "What toys did the president buy?" Woody thought, trying to remember every detail of Obama's bag before Buzz had dropped in and left. "If I recall," Woody said, "there was a bobblehead, a chemistry set, and a few toys of himself. Why?" "Well," Joe said, "in the issue, the bad guy uses the chemistry set too." They were interrupted by an explosion that came from the factory just in front of them. "Buzz!" Everyone cried out. Will Buzz and Obama survive? What dastardly plans does the prospector have up his pitchfork? Tune in, eventually, for the conclusion to Buzz Saves Obama. Oh, fucking finally.
Honestly, these latter two chapters are a little on the shorter end. All right, Ditto. Let's wrap it up in shrink wrap.
What?
Let's wrap it up in shrink wrap.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Buzz Saves Obama, Chapter 4. Well, folks, in the words of Michael Jackson, this is it. This is the final chapter to Buzz Saves Obama. And boy, did I have a great time writing this. As a fun fact, I was on Martha's Vineyard this summer when the Commander-in-Chief himself was there as well. Coincidence? Huh? Anyway, I own neither Toy Story nor Obama. This is where Terrence says, please don't sue. Jessie was getting really teary-eyed now. She and Woody had come this far, only to see their hopes go, literally, up in smoke. Rest in peace, Space Ranger, Prospector exclaimed, jumping out from under the rubble. Prospector, Jessie screamed, preparing to lunge at him, but something stopped them. There was a rumble from below Prospector, and in a few seconds he was pushed over by Obama, who was holding Buzz in his arm. Buzz, as far as Jessie and Woody could tell, was fine. Didn't even get scratched. Buzz, Woody and Jesse exclaimed before Joe took them and Bullseye behind the corner of an adjacent building before Obama could notice them. You again? Not caring if Obama knew his secret now or not. Don't you just quit? Not till my not till my term's up, you deficient toy. Obama declared.
Okay, that's actually a decent line.
At least he doesn't know our secret, Woody sighed. You do realize he's still going to get his butt kicked, Joe reminded them. So what can we do to help? Woody asked. I got it, Jesse exclaimed as the other three toys realized the store they were next to. Meanwhile, Obama had dropped Buzz and was very unfortunate indeed getting his butt kicked. Every time he tried to reach down for Prospector, he was hit with the toy's pickaxe and couldn't reach him. Luckily, unlike his predecessor, he had actually taken sports activities and was more durable. Unfortunately, he wasn't invincible either, as Prospector managed to trip Obama with his pickaxe and walked onto his chest so he could see him. Give it up, Chief, Prospector laughed. I won. Ahem, a booming voice, it called. You forgot something, Stinky Pete. Evil never wins. Can good win? Just then, the doors to the nearby toy store opened and billions of Obama toys came out and explained, yes, we can.
Finally, material!
More deficient toys? Obama asked confused as they tackled Prospector. Well, they're on my side, and they're approved by me, so who am I to complain? Meanwhile, Buzz, the other Star Command toys, signaling him to move to the toy store. He followed them and saw Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye there with another toy whom Buzz did not recognize. Guys, you found me. That's all great, Buzz. Not to spoil the moment, but these toys won't hold Prospector for long. What do we do then? I already figured out the plan, Jesse smiled. Outside, the Obama toys tried to hold Stinky Pete down long enough for the actual Obama to get him and turn him off. But Stinky Pete kicked the toys away and hit Obama good knee with his pickaxe. Obama once again fell and Prospector went onto his chest so he could look the president right in the eye. Now, he grinned wickedly, any last words? Just then a mechanical voice rang out. To infinity and beyond. Prospector turned around just in time to see Buzz, immobile, but sure as sunlight, sailing right at him. His arms were stretched out so that when he collided with Prospector that second, he instantly tackled Stinky Pete. Obama quickly used this moment to get back to his feet and finish this. He quickly ran over to where Buzz and Prospector had landed, and quickly picked up Prospector and scanned him. He found the battery switch. Prospector then began to slowly regain consciousness, but before he could say or do anything, Obama removed the batteries from inside, shutting him off. He smiled. That takes care of that. Sir, he heard a voice cry. He turned to see a crowd of service agents along with Vicky and Jerry, who were now running to him. You know that Vicky was holding a shopping bag, must have had something in it. How the heck did you two survive? He asked. There was a trap door we were in where the explosion happened, sir, Vicky said. Okay, Obama said, taking the Buzz toy and bringing it over to the bag. Just one thing. How does a toy spring through the air out of nowhere on its own? That's what the bag is also for, sir, she explained. Obama looked inside and saw a Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye doll, along with a girl who looked like a complete comic fan, and the Buzz Lightyear Star Command toys that were at the toy factory. We found these in the toy store by a toy bow and arrow, Jerry explained. My guess is that they were there, got knocked over, and sent the toy there. Well, okay then, Obama said. But that's not all, sir, Vicky said, reaching into the bag. She pulled out each of the toys and showed Obama the foot of each one, and he saw that, like Buzz, each had the same Andy name mark on there. Obama smiled and put Buzz in there. Make sure that he gets home to the David's house, he said, taking out a pen and paper and writing something on it before handing it to Vicky. Oh, and make sure they get this late till that night.
Alright, judging from Joe's message saying this is killing me, I'm assuming I'm not missing anything.
No.
You didn't miss like too. Like, granted, you did kind of like miss the last fight, but there was nothing. We'll get into it a little bit as soon as Ditto finishes up here, because I do have a couple things to say.
Okay.
We're halfway there. Alright, guys, Joe exclaimed, finishing typing on Andy's keyboard. You sure you got this thing going to work? Yep, now that I falsely gave info that the Prospector toys are more collectible than anything on the planet, even if they're new, fans will bag them fast as you can say Ticonderoga. And they'll never be opened. Clever, Jesse added, smiling. Jesse, have you been reading comics? Well, I guess I was wrong. I guess I really am a fangirl after all, so hail to us. And Buzz started to say before he was interrupted. Places, everybody, Andy's coming. Everyone went into their assigned positions. Just then, Andy came in and looked surprised at his toys, which were arranged specially on his bed, added by toys from both the Adventures of Buzz Lightyear, Star Command, and one that looked like a comic girl. He then noticed they were all arranged so that they were holding a letter. Andy took it, and it was addressed to him. Opening it, he took out the paper and was shocked when he read it. My fellow Americans, dear Andy, there was a mix-up where some of our toys somehow ended up where I was at this weekend. Don't worry, I had my staff make sure they were in top condition, so they were all working perfectly. But there is something special happening this weekend. A defense control tried to move me, and my dreams peaked from the world forever. Fortunately, I was saved by Buzz Lightyear toy, who allowed me to shut down the deficient toy. I want to thank you and your toys, because if not for them, I might not live to read this. Sincerely, President Barack Obama. Wow, Andy explained. Cool, guys. As he hugged his toys, Buzz managed to whisper something to Jesse without Andy hearing him. Hail to the chief, he said softly. Hail to the chief. The end.
Hail to the Master Chief. Anyway.
Hey, Ditto. Are you Obama? 'Cause that was good.
Yeah, that was actually a good Obama, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Alright. Since Alex seemed to have disappeared halfway through, yeah. I think, here's the thing. I don't think this is particularly bad. I think this was aimed for, like, it says that it's rated K+, and that's basically just for 5-year-olds. And I think with that in mind, I mean, there are some minor errors and there are some points in, but I think Chapter 1 is where we got the most material. Mostly because of the, what I'm pretty confident was unintentional racism denoting of Obama's large ears. But I think...
That's how he kept saying, I don't own him, I don't own him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't call Obama boy.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I think this isn't... It was hard for me personally to really be snippy or snappy about it. It was hard for me to even really laugh. Just because I don't think it was that bad. It really wasn't. It wasn't bad enough to mine hilarious material from. But I also, like, this was clearly meant for 5-year-olds who love Toy Story. If you're like a 5-year-old or a young person who loves Toy Story, I think this is fine. I think this is a harmless fic. So it was like, yeah, for me personally, I was just kind of a bit on the bored side. There are some funny ideas, though. But I feel like they would be funny ideas if we actually got to see this animated, like Andy, not Andy, Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye fighting off the entire army of Zurg's celebrity toys. Like, it's only ever said that, like, they fought the celebrity toys, but it's never really given much detail beyond that. Or the, or how Obama's more or less, like, yeah, Buzz technically saves Obama, but I feel like the millions of Obama toys did more of a job saving him than Buzz did.
Obama saves Obama.
Yep. Just then, the doors to the nearby toy store were opened, and millions of Obama toys came out and exclaimed, "Yes, we can!" Like, yeah, that was funny.
Yes, we can.
That was funny. Like, I'll admit, like, that whole imagery was honestly just hilarious. So, Obama knows the secret. Andy technically knows the secret. Who else do we got next? But yeah, this one's fine for what it is. I can't say I hate it at all, but
I know the secret of boredom now.
basically, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, if you're Yeah, if you like Toy Story, I think this will be right up your alley. But me personally, it is what it is.
I'm still glad I know I didn't really miss anything.
You know, I'd hate to insult something made for 5-year-olds, but this is the Thor of the Dark World of fanfics we've read.
Yep.
Yeah, all the
This was
fanfics.
Not horrible, just boring.
This was honestly really boring.
Right. It was like, oh, it just has like all the, like, I mean, at least it had like, you know. Oh, bless you.
Fucking bless you.
Bless you.
Honestly, that had more energy than everything else we've been putting at you for the night. Golly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Darn, it's a little bit of a disappointment for me because I was hoping for something hilariously bad. Because it's like, yeah, Buzz saves Obama. You expect something a lot more. I don't know, I was expecting something a little bit more action-packed and just kind of off-the-walls crazy, but...
Yeah, I wish this wasn't made for 5-year-olds.
Right.
Because you could have done some wacky shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just make it interesting.
Right. Well, I mean... it's fine for what it is. Just wish it could have been more for us, but clearly this wasn't meant for us. So
Yeah.
Then who the hell recommended this?
Oh, somebody did. I can't remember who, but I know somebody recommended. I just saw the title. I was like, "Oh, this ought to be good." Didn't really look at it. Had I known, I might not have brought it forward.
So that was a fucking lie.
Oh.
What? Seriously, why did we have to get this and Bride of Baggin?
Because apparently I have the worst luck.
Or the worst fans.
Hang on. I found who approved of this.
Oh no. Kaiju X!
Dun, dun, dun.
Definitely the Buzz Saves Obama one.
Well, Ditto, what'd you think of this?
Immediately I kind of realized that this was... The beginning was more or less the start of Toy Story 2, but with Buzz taking Woody's place. Like, you know how Woody gets his arm ripped and he's put on a shelf?
Oh, yeah.
That was more... It was basically replaced with Buzz.
Yeah.
And then, of course, jumping into the car, and then Woody's like, "Oh, I gotta go into that car and follow."
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pizza Planet truck scene was more or less
Pizza time?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the one from the first movie.
It was no, I think that was it was from the first movie when I think Woody was trying to get Buzz,
Yeah.
but it was replaced with Jesse. And then I think that was mostly about it. Oh, and the ending was mostly the same as Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Where he gets the new toys on the bed and all that.
Yeah, so it's
But
kind of
overall-
like a switch around of what's already been established, and clearly, like when this fic first started up, the reader clearly didn't get the chance to see Toy Story 3. That was still new, and yeah, Toy Story 3 came out in 2010, so.
Yeah.
I could nitpick it apart and say it's some continuity aspects don't add up, like how freaking Andy is still a kid even though it's Obama's president. So
Yeah.
it's like, how the heck is that possible? So it's like, yeah, that's an AU right there. Anyway.
Yep.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe the Comment Girl was like a self-insert or something.
I don't think
That does not surprise me.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I know who recommended it. It was Burn Man.
Oh.
Oh, figures.
Oh. I don't think
Other than that, it was a simple and more or less safe story.
I don't think Joe the comic book girl was really much of a self-insert. Not that I'm saying, but
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like it definitely is. I'm just like,
right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was. You know what I mean?
I think it's just the new OC. That's it. The new OC that ultimately didn't do like, I mean, outside of her introductory part, really didn't do too much after that. Not that I remember. So.
Right.
Joe, any additional thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Good enough. Anyway, we have some reviews for this.
Oh yeah.
So, Red One
Oh.
1223 says update soon. No.
Buri-chan says, Joe the Comic Con girl. Slightly scary. Your story is funny as a funny storyline. Keep writing.
Chiro the Dragon says, yes, the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I love you for putting that in. Smiley face. Please update. I'm loving the story.
Sounds like the target audience for Ready Player One.
Enerium Atrum asterisk. Please continue. It's awesome. Dot smiley D face.
Neofatarian rope. Ha 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 ha! The story was funny. I couldn't stop laughing at it because I bet a lot of people would have freaked out by the letter Andy got.
Verloc got.
I would have freaked out if Donald Trump wrote it.
Oh gosh, that would have been terrifying. Verloc got
Andy,
power.
I have your toy.
I have your toy, Andy. You can't get it back. It's mine.
Oh
I love
god.
playing with him.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna make Woody pay for it, and and I'm gonna be behind it, and I'm gonna play with Buzz.
Also,
So
Andy,
you can't get it.
Andy, I'm writing you a follow-up letter to let you know I don't have Woody anymore. Putin told me I had to give it to him.
To be fair,
I'm gonna nuke the shit out of you, Andy.
to be fair, if it were Trump, I think we would have got more mileage out of the story.
Yeah. No, that would have been better.
Yeah.
And apparently, there are a lot of side stories called like Spider-Man saves Obama, like other characters saving Obama. So I guess Obama's like the damsel in distress in this situation. Poor Obama.
Poor
Verloc,
Obama.
God of Power says, I love this story. It was so funny and telling into the Toy Story spirit. Adding this to the phase right away. So, yeah, overall positive reviews as I expected.
This sucked.
So, with that said, this has been Buzz Saves Obama. We will see you guys next week for the next Saturday morning reads.
I want to thank you and your toys, because if not for them, I might not live to read this. Sincerely, President Barack Obama.